Everybody's looking for stuff. There's the stuff you need and the stuff you want. And everybody's wants and needs are different, except that everybody wants a deal on their stuff. The Explorer store at Greenback Street is the best place on the net to get cash back on your stuff from more than 1,000 US retailers, like these guys. Your cash back shopping account is free exclusively at greenbackstreet.com/explorerstore. Or if asked, use promo code 79878.
Exploring functional technique is revealed in classical martial arts of all styles. This is Martial Arts Explorer. I'm Scott Combs. Some time ago, I was introduced to an interesting idea. A true master of martial arts may never actually fight. The true master sees trouble coming from a long way off and takes the appropriate steps to avoid violence. A book I've been reading offers some tools. It's called Rage of the Random Actor by Dan Corum. This book is required reading for those interested in stopping unnecessary violence before it begins. Have you ever wondered why there were mass shootings in the U.S. Post Office but not at UPS? Or why mass company shooters work in the accounting department or on an assembly line and not in the art department? Well, perhaps you've never asked these questions, but Dan Corum has. And he's written a powerful and compelling book giving us the behavioral profile of random actors in our society and steps we as individuals and the society at large can take to help these people engage and integrate with the society in a meaningful way. And it's surprisingly simple. The book is called Rage of the Random Actor by Dan Corum, K-O-R-E-M. You can pick it up online at Barnes & Noble. If you'd like some cash back on your book purchases, you can register for a free account at www.greenbackstreet.com/explorerstore. Or, if asked, use promo code 79878. Coming up, we have another installment of Survivors. But before we get to that, here's Michael.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a look today at a chamber motion coming out. Now this could be chamber knife hand in some cases. It could be chamber and down counter. And we're going to show you just a quick little application that has a couple different conversions on it to allow you to use it in different situations. Jordan's going to come in and join me. And we're going to start with the basic wrist grab. Everybody loves wrist grabs, and they're probably really not as common as people think, but everybody likes to know how to do them, so here's just another version of it. All we're going to do is I'm going to wrap my hand to the back side and over the top. Now this looks a lot like what we refer to as the S wrist lock because the wrist bends in and you get this motion here. But without the second hand, all I'm going to do is just bring it up. I'm just going to hook over the top real quick. And remember, you always keep your fingers low because my fingers stick up. You can come back and grab my hand. So we're just looking to bring this around real quick and in this way. Now my other hand is going to reach over the top. So as I roll him up, I want to bring this far enough over, I expose the back of his arm. Now for the down counter motion, I reach over, I want to get to the back side. If I hit a little bit on top, it doesn't work as well. So I get around the back side and I simply come across this way. And now you have a slight quick arm bar, which allows you to do whatever you want from here. So we're going to do that one more time. He grabs on here, I wrap to the outside, I step in, I get my hand behind, I hook, and I'm going to pull down this way. Quick little arm bar. Now I'm not going to hold him long here because this isn't a great position. I'm going to slip off of this quick. My hand is just pushing down. He's going to be able to pop this back up and start to move. This is a quick motion just to bring him down for a second. Now you notice it's really similar as if I bring this around this way, I hook this, and I simply step into here. So I'm distracting him more than anything with this. I might step out at a 45 just to give me a better angle. I bring this in, I bring this across here into the head. Now the punch is there. That's going to change things a little bit. If he's starting a really quick punch, and if I was thinking in my head, I was going to do this down counter motion, I have to take care of this punch. Remember, you have to do what you have to do to protect yourself, which in this case is going to mean blocking. So as this hand wraps, this hand comes here, I pop and turn across this way and continue on from there. Now, in the case of the knife hand, it actually works pretty nice. If I step offline and this hand starts to come here, I still get my strike in, and he has to turn across my body. Even if he started to turn with me, I'm still going to hit him in the head. My arm is still making a pretty good block across my body. So the biggest thing to worry about, little step, and wrap. Once you wrap, you can apply whatever techniques you want, and it just takes a couple times of practice and you'll figure out what's comfortable for you. Thanks, Jordan. We're gonna get the class together, let everybody give it a try. All right, guys, we're taking a look at a chambered motion, moving to a chambered down counter, or chambered knife hand that happen in so many of our forms. And it's starting off of a wrist grab. So remember when he grabs, all you want to do now is move out and circle your hand around. I'm going to use the edge of my hand just to help trap. And all I want to do is do a quick little lock up. And by lock, I don't mean a nice joint lock. I mean taking his hand all the way out of position for a little bit. And I'm just wrapping him up for a second. He's going to let go in a split second, but that's all I need is just to get him to here. So step off and wrap. Now take your other hand, and if you bring him across far enough, I'm going to reach over the top. I'm going to pull down into an arm bar, at least enough to pull his arm down all the way. Now if you have trouble reaching with that as you come over, you can take your hand and hook your hand and help pull too, because by tipping his arm up, it makes his elbow stick out in the back of his arm, and I just take it and I just roll it and pull across this way, and that works pretty easy. The other option you guys can use is to work on knife hand strike. So as this comes up here, which starts to look like my regular chamber motion, here I just step in and slightly off to the side. There's my knife hand strike right coming across the body. All right, give it a try, see how it goes. Yeah, circle out, turn your hand over this way, and right down and in. You start to get that quick little lock in there, good. All right, now remember, you want to turn, reach across your body in this case, or switch your feet, one of the two, but reach across, bring your other hand up by your face, tighten your hand up, all right, and bring this across, yep. How about let's go right down the edge of the ear, down the jaw. That's a great striking surface, there you go, good. All right, as we're working on this, it looks like a lot of people going from this wrist grab, universally everybody's sort of reaching over and grabbing this way and having a much easier time. Now remember, if you want to use the back of your arm when you do this, you want to move off to the side, bring this up and really hook into here nice and tight. That helps bring them over. If I get the elbow to stick out, I need to step in deeper this way, and now I can get back behind and pull across. I can use my elbow, or I can bring over, I like to use this bone here. So as I step off and I wrap this up, as I cut across this and I bring this up, now I can help pull this way and come across my body here. So if you want to use your arm to do this, you need to step in a little deeper. Make sure you're getting off on a good line, and that's really going to help bring this across. Everybody likes to stand here and then try and reach over. Now remember, you move your feet, all right? It's one big important thing. You do not have to stand still to fight somebody. Step and move and cut across, and now you're in a great position to keep moving from there. Thank you. All right, we're going to send it back to Scott.
Corpus Christi, Texas. Tom Holbein was returning from his martial arts class and saw a strange man in his front yard on top of a woman pounding her with his fists. Holbein delivered a palm strike to knock the attacker off the woman. When the abuser got up and acted as if he were going to come at the Good Samaritan, Holbein executed a well-placed roundhouse kick to the face, then used restraining techniques on the wife-beater until police arrived. It should come as no surprise the abuser, John Michael Lee Jr., is a repeat offender with a current restraining order. Common warning signs that one is in an abusive relationship include slapping, bites, shoves, punching holes in the wall, preventing one from seeking medical assistance, or altering the story so that no one gets in trouble. If you are in such a relationship or know someone who is, there is help and anonymous assistance. In the United States, visit the National Domestic Violence Hotline at ndvh.org or call 1-800-799-SAFE. There's someone ready to help 24 hours a day. Please be a survivor. Grand Prairie, Texas. I found this video at yourdailymedia.com, who got it from KXAS TV, Channel 5 in Fort Worth. It's also available at YouTube. This is a perfect example of why it's dangerous to wander around in public in condition white.
It was after the Ranger game, Monday night, about 10:45.
66-year-old Wayne Moore was on his way home from the ball game when he stopped at McDonald's. There he is at the front counter.
And I do notice that another fellow has followed me in, and he's standing to my right.
That other fellow was no customer. Without a word being said, take a look at what happens next. Moore, a retired teacher who works part-time as an usher for the Rangers, was knocked out cold.
The next thing I know, it's paramedics and police. And I never saw him coming. Cheap shot all the way.
The robber rifles through Moore's pockets and runs out with his billfold.
That was not on the menu.
Moore can laugh a little about it now, even with the 13 stitches on his chin and his black eye.
The first thing to hit the floor was the left side of my head, which I had a pretty good sized knot there.
Police are hoping someone will identify the suspect from this surveillance video.
This guy's pretty vicious. He's dangerous.
Dangerous, yes, but lucky, no.
He got a grand total of $2 out of it.
Thankfully, Mr. Moore survived, but it could have been much, much worse. Whakatane, North Island, New Zealand. We have a new category of assault. Police allege that William Singerlarg picked up a hedgehog and threw it at a 15-year-old boy, hitting him in the leg, causing a large red welt and several puncture marks. The Herald on Sunday newspaper reported it was not known whether the hedgehog was dead or alive at the time of the attack, but confirmed it was dead when collected as evidence. Singerlarg, 27, was arrested shortly after the incident on a charge of assault with a weapon. As far as we could ascertain, assault with a prickly weapon is a relatively uncommon category of assault. If you have evidence otherwise, please send your story to Explorer at martialartsexplorer.tv. Thanks for watching. We love getting your email. Send it to Explorer at martialartsexplorer.tv. Don't forget Rage of the Random Actor by Dan Corum. You can get cash back on your Barnes & Noble book purchases by signing up for a free account at www.greenbackstreet.com/Explorer Store. Or if asked, use promo code 79878. For Martial Arts Explorer and Michael Kleinebeer, I'm Scott Combs.